Good morning. Welcome to the video. We are going to learn how to tailor your resume. I am Dr. M. Subha, Assistant Professor in the Department of English. I am at Deemed to be University, Chennai, India. Resume or resume. The same spelling RESUME carries two different pronunciations. As a verb, it is to be pronounced as resume. You can resume your work. You can continue your work. As a noun, it should be pronounced as resume, which means summary, and it is from French. Summary of your academic credentials and professional credentials. Your resume is the token to your recruiter through which you highlight your educational qualification, hard skills, and soft skills. You hint to your recruiter through your resume that you are the most appropriate person for that position, for that job position. So, your resume communicates who and what you are. How well organized are you? How skilled? How much qualified? And above all, your resume should communicate that you are really interested to join in the position, to take up the job. So, usually, your resume consists of two parts. First part is a cover letter, and the second part is a curriculum vitae or your profile. UC Davis Internship and Career Center explains vita, which is from Latin, as the course of life. So, the phrase curriculum vitae explains that it is your academic course of life, which includes your professional details also. Before you start writing your resume, you need to understand the job requirement because you are going to tailor your resume more appropriate to the job requirement. When you read the job call for, it can be from any source, from a newspaper or from any online source. When you read the call for, you can understand the job requirement falls under generally three categories. One is your qualification, whether you are qualified enough for that position. Second is the hard skill requirements. What are all the actual work that you know to perform pertained to your domain? Third one is the soft skills. Whether you are confident enough, whether you are a good team player, whether you can lead your team, these dimensions. So you need to read it, reread it again and again so that you get a clear understanding of the required skills from that particular job specification, which would help you to tailor your resume more appropriate to the job requirement. Before you start everything, just check whether you have a formal mail ID that reads like vijay.raghavan@gmail.com. It should never be like Vijay likes Raghavan or Vijay loves Raghavan@gmail.com, which sounds more informal. So if you don't have any formal mail ID, create one. You need to have a formal mail ID. Okay. Now we move on to the first part, which is a cover letter. Writing a cover letter. Links are provided here. If you access the Career Center of the University of Virginia, you can get more sample cover letters. Your cover letter, when you start writing a letter, the first doubt that comes to your mind is whether to keep everything left, or certain things on the left and some of the things by the right side. That is whether to follow the full block letter format or semi block letter format. Suppose you are applying for an international company, you can go for full block letter format, keep everything left. Or if you apply for a regional company, you can choose a semi block format. But both are acceptable. Both the formats are acceptable both in national and international domain. So you can decide. Also, usually in a letter, you provide your from address, to address, salutation. Then you mention the subject, that it is the application for the post. What is that post? You need to mention it, hyphen regarding. After mentioning the subject, you move on to the paragraphs. Usually, your cover letter should at least contain 3 paragraphs. First paragraph is self-introduction. You introduce yourself. You explain your recruiter about your current position. The second paragraph, you need to highlight your hard skills and experience pertained to the job requirement. Then the third paragraph, you express your interest, and you can highlight your soft skills also, that you are a very confident person and you are really interested to take up the position, and you await intimation from them. So this is the general formula. You need to write your cover letter at least with 3 paragraphs in the body of the letter. First paragraph should introduce yourself, second paragraph highlight your hard skills, and third paragraph express your interest. Now let's move on to a sample cover letter. It is written by Thomas Brown. It is in the letterhead format. So just below the from address, by the left side, date is presented. After the date, the to address, to whom it is to be addressed. Then salutation, Mr. Dear Mr. Winslow. First paragraph. Let me read the first paragraph. You try to understand whether it conveys the self-introduction. I am a 4th year student in Commerce and Economics at the University of Virginia. Your job position of Health Research Analyst listed on CAV link caught my attention. In learning more about your company, I found that you place an emphasis on health research and analysis. I was pleased to see that you have a multidisciplinary staff devoted to research and analysis of a wide variety of health issues for several different organizations and federal agencies. Furthermore, your staff puts their efforts into technical assistance, training, and analysis to support national health data collection efforts. So, in the first paragraph, the person introduced himself. Then he mentions some data that he collected about the company. Okay. So now we move on to the second paragraph. As my resume indicates, I have extensive experience researching and preparing reports, as well as a strong background in the social sciences, with a special interest in the field of health. My interest in the business world is reflected in my coursework in Commerce and Economics. Moreover, I believe that I would find the special projects in investigating patterns and predictors of health behaviors and epidemiological outcomes for specific population groups most interesting. I am quite familiar with qualitative and quantitative data collection techniques and would greatly enjoy assisting your company in incorporating this knowledge into specific research initiatives as appropriate. I have run focus group discussions, performed personal interviews, cross-sectional and cohort mail and telephone surveys. an analysis of data sets submitted to federal agencies. These also were listed as some examples of the methods employed by your staff to address health behavior, epidemiological, and health policy questions. Therefore, I see a very good fit between your needs and my interests and abilities. So, in the second paragraph, the candidate highlights his experience. The experience for a fresher may be through internship or through project work or some workshop or through some conference, through whatever the mode you acquired, that skill can be highlighted in your second paragraph. And here the candidate has tried to match it with the company's work nature. Okay, so overall in the second paragraph the hard skills are highlighted. Okay. Now moving on to the third paragraph, which should exhibit interest, that the candidate is really interested in the position. I will be in Washington next Thursday and Friday and would like to meet with you to discuss the research assistant position. I'll call you on Monday or Tuesday to arrange a possible time that we might get together. Thank you for your time and for your consideration in my joining your organization. Sincerely, Thomas Brown. So, like this, a cover letter should be drafted, which introduces yourself, highlights your hard skills, then it should express your interest, because it is a common factor that, especially in the beginners level, those who are highly interested and motivated will be prioritized over highly qualified or highly experienced candidates. So it is very essential that you are really interested and you show your involvement. Now let's move on to the second part, that is writing your curriculum vitae. Okay. For a beginner, it is usually one-page curriculum vitae, okay, which starts with career objective. Career objective, you can mention the position, or one sentence career objective will be ideal, that I would like to be a good teacher and a productive researcher. Okay, so like that, one sentence career objective, or you can mention the position. Suppose you have some experience, you can start with your career summary. It's left to you. Then but usually career summary is applicable for those who are in the middle stage of their career. For a beginner, it is better to start with your career objective. Then educational qualifications. It should start with the current position, the latest first, then they can go in reversal pattern. Okay. The last one or two degrees or the schooling that you have completed. Then move on to skills, hard skills and soft skills. Suppose you have completed some course related to computer, you can highlight it. You can highlight the professional skills that you have learned so far through your lab activities or conferences or seminars or workshop, whatever it is. Then you can highlight your soft skills also, that you are a confident person, that you are a good team player, you are a good team leader, etc. Then the most important aspect of your curriculum vitae is awards and recognitions. Suppose you have received some award or recognition in your school days. It's worth it to mention it here, because it shows your ability to be excellent in a different context. For example, you have won some award in sports. Absolutely fine, you can mention it here. You have won some prize in your academics. You can mention it here. In some cultural activities, it's very deserving. You can include it here. Okay. Then address for communication with email and phone number. References. Okay, available on request, usually 2 to 3 references. For a beginner, it is their teachers, okay, or after some experience, your latest employer. 2 or 3 references. Declaration. Declaration, you state that all the information is true to the best of your knowledge, and enclose the copies of certificates appropriately, put your signature or type your name, whatever is more suitable. Okay. To prepare your curriculum vitae, you can get some ready-made templates also. Okay. You see here Charles Zow's curriculum vitae with a ready-made template. Okay. It talks about me, skills, proficient skills, technical proficiencies, language skills, career objective, academic background, internship. Okay. But the photo should be a formal photo. See to it. Okay. Then John David Allen Seuss. Career objective, technical skills, personal skills, education, achievements and responsibilities, pre-professional experience, address, contact, email, references. So this is how a one-page CV looks like. You can get ready-made templates available in the common Google search. Okay. Third example is of a student, Saurav Srivastava, which includes career objective, about me, contact, interests, hobbies, education, skills, expertise, internships, technical proficiencies. Okay, this is how a one-page CV is to be prepared. Okay. If you are looking for more examples of cover letter and curriculum vitae, you can visit the web pages, career center pages of Virginia University and University of California, Davis. You can get more example before you start drafting your resume. Please visit these pages and get more examples. Okay. Hope this presentation on how to tailor your resume is useful to you. Thank you.